depends what type of beauty you're talking about. For example, I get mostly impacted by cosmetic beauty, aka makeup, because I feel like it helps me hide my insecurities and enhances my facial features that I want it to. For example, my eyes or lips, and minimizes the shape of my nose and forehead, for example. I feel like beauty is also quite important for people who have some type of insecurities, because it can really boost someone's ego and confidence, and I feel like that's really important for self-love. And then generally, I don't feel like beauty has impacted my life greatly, but it definitely has played some sort of role in it.
Beauty has a big impact on my daily life. It takes a lot of time. Being 42, it takes a lot of preparation, morning and night. I like to wear full makeup for the day. I use beauty products, cleanser, moisturisers of an evening, so it's a time issue for me.
I feel like everyone knows that beauty is advertised pretty falsely. It's not a big lie. There's multiple Instagram accounts that shows the before and after of pictures that have been edited that are advertisements for big companies and things like that. But I also feel like it depends on what company you're talking about. For example, small little indie brands, I feel like are more real with their audience and don't really Photoshop as much. Meanwhile, bigger companies like Too Faced, Benefit, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, etc. Photoshop the crap out of their photos, because then it makes a person be like, oh my god, if I buy this product then I could look like this, which just isn't true. I feel like the beauty industry, when it comes to advertisement, is just a big beautiful lie that's wrapped around in a gift and bow and whatever.
I think the way that beauty has been advertised has changed a lot over the years. I think some brands tend to advertise it in a more exaggerated way, and some tend to advertise it in a more natural and more diverse way. So if you take, for example, Dove, they are very, very good at showing diversity and showing different body types and showing different skin types, different shapes, different skin tones, different way of looking, if you have acne or if you have wrinkles or if you have something that's just not as perfect as the ideal. I think they're very good at that. And then there are the more, let's say, traditional beauty brands. I could point out, for example, L'Oréal, when they use big actors that looks flawless or spotless as showing their new foundation. I think that is a way of showing a more it's not a real way of showing beauty. It's kind of what everybody wants to look like, but it's just not the way that reality is.
I think it's very difficult on the young generation. Of course, being a mature woman, I can understand that I'm not going to look like every model. I'm not going to have the same skin. I'm not going to have the full long eyelashes. The same full lips, etc. But for the younger generation, using kind of upward comparisons is only going to lead to difficult times for them and pressures that they may put on themselves. I think that can be quite difficult.
For 100% poreless perfection. Prove it. Others sink and exaggerate pores. Our foundation cushions as it blends. Pores vanish. Skin looks smoother. Perfect. Like it's been airbrushed.
When I see a advertisement for a beauty product, I don't really expect it to do as much as it says it would, but I do expect it to do something. For example, when I buy a bronzer, I don't expect me to look like this to Gigi Hadid and get those cheekbones. But I do expect to make some sort of contour and difference, because that is what I'm paying the product to do. I don't expect it to completely change my face to look like where I bought plastic surgery, but I do expect it to do the things that I bought it for.
Again, I try to be a little bit skeptic and a little bit, I research a lot. So if I spend money on beauty products, then I want to see some test results, or I want to see other people's recommendations. So just looking at an advertisement without doing anything else, or without knowing that any of my friends have tried it and give good recommendations, then no, I don't expect it to do miracles. But it can be good for certain things, but I don't believe in things that can do magic, or beauty products that says it can do magic, because nothing can.
Breathable, defies
Sweat and resist.
heat, humidity, life-proof, makes me feel impeccable, unstoppable.
I feel like beauty advertisement can improve if it wasn't as false and it used more different types of people, because yes, we've come a long way from how it was in the 2000s, and there's more ethnicities shown and more different types of facial features shown and less of the ideal beauty standard, but I still feel like it has a long way to go.
Well, when you're asking me again about this, I still think that beauty products should be more focused on including everyone and being a little bit diverse, and show that you can look like we are all different people, so we look in different ways. We have different shaped heads, we have different shaped eyes. Some has big eyebrows, some has small eyebrows, some has dark skin, some has light skin. So I think that beauty advertisements can improve in a way of not being too perfect and not showing a too perfect picture of the product, because it's just not the truth, and people will get disappointed, and it shows a wrong image of what young girls think that is expected of them. I think that companies doing beauty products should really consider how it affects the audience and how it affects different age groups of especially young women. So I think that this is something that's very important for companies and brands working with beauty products, that they really have to consider how their communication and their branding and the person, the models, the influencers, whoever they choose to be their ambassadors, like how they are, what kind of image that they are, that they're showing to the audience.
All day long, morning to night, 24-hour coverage.
It conceals.
Not anymore. When I was younger, yes, I wanted to be slimmer, I wanted to have different hair, different skin tone. I suffered with some acne. I wondered why they didn't have any acne, or was it just being covered up? But as I say, I think with age and maturity, you're aware that everybody's different, and they probably had some of the same difficulties that you have. A lot of editing is obviously used in these images, which also causes extra pressure on the younger generation, I think.
I'm not perfect, and no one else is actually perfect, because what is perfect? And then if you see one of those advertisements that are talking about looking flawless, then of course that makes me maybe feel a little bit like I could do better or look better or be better. Now I'm a little bit older, so I can kind of see through all of this. I also work with advertisement myself. So that makes me maybe not the best target group for this kind of things. I don't really get affected in that way. But I know, and I think that young people or young girls tend to be affected maybe more in a negative way, or thinking less about themselves. And of course, I think that's a critical point. But as you get older, you start to have more confidence in what you do, how you look, the way that the things that you choose in life are all right, and you don't have to be ashamed of what you look like, and or how your skin looks, or if you get wrinkles in your forehead or a spot as I have right there. I'm not perfect, and I'm not wearing makeup today, and I feel good. I've been in the ocean, so my hair is wet and wavy, and I still go out in town, and I don't care about what I look like.
So I feel like I don't compare myself much knowing this, because it's not a lie. However, from time to time, I do wish, wow, I wish I looked like that. But yeah, same time, I need to remember that everyone is beautiful in their own way.